Two people, same job, same paycheck, same $500 a month, saved for 10 years, same everything. One of them ends up with almost double the money of the other. No inheritance, no hot stock tip, no crypto moonshot. Nobody cheated. They did the exact same thing, and one walked away with twice as much. How? That's the whole video. And the answer is hiding inside a number you're probably chasing right now. Your first $100,000. Because here's what nobody warns you about. Your first 100 grand is going to feel impossible, slow, rigged even, like you're doing everything right and getting nowhere. And you are doing everything right. The getting nowhere part, that's not you. That's math. Let me show you. Every dollar you'll ever save moves through 3 stages. Stage 1, the grind. Stage 2, the crossover. Stage 3, the snowball. Right now, you're almost certainly in the grind. And the grind is brutal. Not because you're bad with money, but because of what your money is doing behind the scenes. Which, spoiler, is basically nothing. By the end of this, you'll know exactly where the crossover hits, why the grind feels rigged, and how close you actually are to the easy part. Quick note, this is for entertainment, not financial advice. Cool? Let's go. Meet Sarah. Sarah's not special. That's the whole point. She saves $500 a month, $6 grand a year, drops it into a basic index fund earning, let's say about 7% a year. Nothing clever. End of year 1, she's put in $6,000 of her own dollars. Her gains from all that compounding everyone worships, about $200. $200 for a whole year. That's not a snowball. That's barely a snowflake. It wouldn't cover her coffee. And this is the part that messes with your head. You've heard the magic line 1,000 times. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. Einstein said it, except he didn't. There is zero proof Einstein ever said that. People just stapled his name on it because a genius makes it sound true. But here's the funny thing. The fake quote is actually right. Compounding is incredible. It's just that at the start, it's asleep. Dead asleep. In year 1, more than 90% of Sarah's balance is money she put there with her own 2 hands. Compounding isn't helping her. She's carrying the entire thing on her back. So when you open your app on a Sunday and the numbers barely moved, again, you're not failing. You're in the grind. And in the grind, you are the engine, not the market, you. So when does the engine everybody brags about finally kick in? For that, let's steal a number from a legendary billionaire investor, Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner, the guy who helped build Berkshire Hathaway. Somebody asked him the secret to getting rich. He didn't name a stock. He named a target. He said the first $100,000 is, and I'm cleaning this up for YouTube, an absolute beast. But you have to get there. Walk everywhere. Skip the fancy dinners. Claw your way to 100 grand, because after that, he said, you can ease off the gas. Ease off the gas. One of the sharpest investors who ever lived is telling you there's a point where you push less and get more. Not because you got rich, because something flips. So let's find the exact spot where it flips. Quick honesty first, because I won't sell you a fantasy. Munger said that decades ago. With inflation, his 100 grand is more like 200 today. The number moves. The flip doesn't. Stick with me. Back to Sarah. Watch her balance climb, because this is the whole ball game. At $10,000, 7% earns her about $700 a year. She's still putting in $6,000 herself. She's doing almost all the lifting. At $50,000, that 7% is about $3,500 a year. Compounding's waking up now, stretching, rubbing its eyes. And then, right around $85,000, it happens. The crossover. At 85 grand, 7% earns $6,000 a year. That's the exact amount Sarah saves in a year. For the first time ever, her money is pulling as much weight as she is. Push past 100,000 and her money earns over 7,000 a year. More than she puts in. Read that again. Her money is now outworking her. Every single year from here, the silent partner does more than she does. That's the crossover. That's Munger's ease off the gas. That's the top of the hill. And here's the entire secret in one sentence. Before the crossover, you carry your money. After the crossover, your money carries you. That's it. That's the thing every get-rich-slowly guru buries under 20 minutes of noise. Now, Remember those two savers from the start? Same everything, but one ended with double? Time to solve it. Meet Ed and Larry. Think of them as Sarah's cousins. Two regular people, same plan. Both save 500 a month. Both do it for exactly 10 years. Both put in the same $60,000 total. Then they both stop and never add another cent. The only difference, the only difference is when. Ed saves early, from 25 to 35. Then he stops and just lets it sit. Larry drags his feet. He starts at 35 and saves till 45. Same 10 years. Same 60 grand. Let's open both their accounts at age 45. Larry just wrapped up. He's got about $87,000. Not bad. Ed hasn't added a dollar in 10 years. Ed's got about $174,000. Same $60,000 in. One has double the other, and Ed didn't do anything extra. He just handed his money a 10-year head start to get past the crossover, where it could finally carry itself. Larry's money never got the time. It never woke up. That's the real cost of waiting. Not effort, time on the curve. It's also why the milestones speed up. Sarah's first 100 grand takes her about 11 years of grinding. Her second 100 grand? About 6. Same person, same 500 a month. Nearly half the time because now she's got a partner carrying half the load. Munger nailed it. Getting rich is like rolling a snowball. Find a long hill and roll it for a long time. Tiny and useless at the top, unstoppable at the bottom. Same snowball. Now, if your brain's fighting me right now, good. Let's deal with it. Inflation eats it. Yep. Your 100 grand won't buy what Munger's did. That's exactly why the number isn't the point. The crossover is. Whatever your threshold is, the day your returns beat your deposits is the day everything changes. What about a crash? Here's the plot twist. When you're small, a crash barely scratches you. A 20% drop on 10 grand is 2,000 bucks. Annoying. The same drop on 500,000 is $100,000 gone, which means the scary, shaky early years are actually the safest time you'll ever invest. You've got the least to lose. Let that flip your fear. Easy for you. I can't save 500 a month. Fair. Run it at 250. Same shape, just slower. This was never about the exact number. It's about reaching the point where your money out-earns your saving. That point exists at every income. So, why is your first 100,000 so much harder than everyone after it? Because in the grind, you're the engine. Your discipline, your 500 a month. That's 90% of the climb. While compounding snores in the passenger seat. Of course it feels rigged. You can't see the one thing that's supposed to save you. Then you hit the crossover, and it wakes up. From that day on, your money does the job you've been doing alone. You stop pushing the boulder and start walking next to a snowball that rolls itself. It was never rigged. You were just standing on the flat part of a curve that's about to bend straight up, doing the hardest, most invisible work there is. And most people quit right there, on the flat, a year or two from the payoff. Here's the one number I want burned into your brain. Let Sarah run the full 30 years. She puts in $180,000 of her own money. She ends with about $610,000. So roughly $430,000 of that, about 70%, was built by her money, not by her. And the kicker? Of that 430 grand, only about 8% was earned before her first 100,000. The other 92% came after. Say that out loud. The entire grind you're cursing right now earns you 8% of the reward. You're not failing. You're loading the slingshot. You're not bad with money. You're just early. Munger said it best. You only have to get rich once. You don't climb the mountain 4 times. You climb it once. The grind is a one-time job. You don't push the boulder forever. You push it until it rolls. So if your balance feels stuck today, don't read it as failure. Read it as position. You're not behind. You're loading the slingshot. Keep going.